Okay, now it's time for using the color kit for color texture mapping. This time I'll be using this diary. It should be a good demonstration as it's a flat surface with lots of visual detail. The setup's a little bit different from the last table mode scan, this time using the dual tripod, but because it's quite tall I also elevated the light box. The light box isn't always necessary, but obviously it helps to get the best even lighting for the textures. I've placed the scanner on the right due to the cable getting in the way of the phone holder, but you can use it either side. You just ideally want the lenses of both devices to be as close together as possible. Once set up, load CR Studio and select Table Mode. You can use the built-in black and white textures in table and handheld mode, but in table mode you also get the option for external texture mapping. This might be a feature later, but not with the current version. Enabling the option brings up a prompt to connect the camera interface device. This can use any of the wires included with the color kit that work with your camera, but if you're using a phone like me, this is also the Bluetooth connection. Simply plug it into any available USB-A port and select Bluetooth. If using a cable, you would select the camera option instead. Use the Bluetooth settings to pair the phone to the USB dongle, named CR Scan Lizard. Once everything is connected, click Preview. Now you can make sure the scanner is in the correct location, meaning that it's the correct distance away and focusing on the desired area. You want to do this first and then adjust the camera view. The camera doesn't have to have the full item centered in frame, but the more you can fill the screen with the item, the better. However, there will be some limitations you'll see later. Avoid using digital zoom, as this only reduces the image size and therefore the textures. If you have a telephoto or zoom lens, this will help capture better images for texturing. Now, just the same as regular table mode, remove the item and click Initial. Again, this doesn't have an automatic timeout, but around 30 seconds is fine. Stop the initialization and replace the item, and then click Scan. This will scan the object exactly the same as a regular table mode scan. You can see the automatic selection has taken the back cover of the book. So I'm selecting the base manually with the marquee tool and deleting it, and any stray points. Next, I'm going straight to processing the scan. Make note to leave the bottom option for texture mapping unchecked. Once the fused model has been created, click Shoot. The button will show a countdown timer, and you will notice the camera automatically taking photos. Once completed, you'll get a pop-up telling you to import the photos. If using an iPhone, simply plug the phone into the computer and click Allow on the screen. Find the phone and click into Internal Storage, DCIM, and the latest folder. In there, you'll find the photos from the scan. Copy these into the project directory. By default, projects are stored in a folder called Workspace on the C drive. If you're unsure or want to change where your scan data is stored, this can be changed in the settings menu. You can store the photos anywhere on the computer, but I recommend placing them in the project folder to keep all of the relevant data together. Just find your project and create a new folder to hold the photos. Once the pictures are imported, click on the External Texture Mapping button, found at the bottom of the left toolbar. In the pop-up menu, click the three dots in the highlighted box and navigate to the folder you just created. Once selected, you will see a list of all of the pictures in that folder and a preview window. In my case, the pictures were taken upside down, which isn't ideal, but I thought it would be a good test of the software. Using left-click, drag a box over the item. You can move the box around by clicking and dragging it, or clearing the box with right-click. As the camera doesn't move, this box should cover the item in all of the pictures. You only need to do this on one of them. A box must be made to continue, but it'll always be drawn in a 16:9 aspect ratio, so bear this in mind when choosing your settings and framing the item with the camera. Click Cut and the images are processed. Then you'll be asked if you want to continue texture mapping, stating that this can take a long time. Just click OK and wait. Once that's done, you can close the external texture window and you'll now have a new fused model with the TM suffix. It did a pretty good job considering the textures were upside down. and there are a few spots that weren't captured due to the camera angle, such as under the top cover. It merged a couple of spots incorrectly, but generally it did quite well. So that's how you get texture mapping with the CR Scan Lizard in CR Studio 2. If this video was helpful, please leave a like, maybe leave a comment. Make sure you subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you in a bit.